The Deadliest Catch. It's still out there. They're still doing it. I don't get it. Discovery Channel loves having them on. It's the landmark 20th season. I'm going to stay on the land, but today I've got Captain Sig Hansen and Captain Jake Anderson, who we've had on the show before. Jake, I don't know how you do it, but God bless you. Let's talk about it, Jake,
I
because I
don't know
think
how to do
last
it.
year, didn't
You
you
know,
turn it over to Sig?
what was that?
Last year, didn't you turn it over to Captain Sig Hansen, your ship?
No, no,
Are you
no.
guys are still working together?
I don't want to say too much, Sig. What can I say?
We're working together. Hey man, let's face it. I always have to give the young guy a leg up. So I'm an old softy, and that's just the way it is. So I help people in need like Jake. I'm just killing him right now. He's gonna, you know what? When we're done with this interview, he's gonna come to my house and smack me upside my head. That's what's gonna happen. I give him a leg up because he was on his knees. The poor bastard lost his boat. He lost his boat. And so what does he do? He comes back to daddy. That's what happened season 20. That's what happened.
Jake, you're not going to do that
That's
Will
not all
Smith.
that happened.
Jake, you're not going to do the Will Smith thing, are you? You're not going to do that, are you?
No. Lord knows I want to, though, right?
Jake, what is it like being back on the sea?
I love being on the water. I actually struggle at home if I'm home too long. I got to be on the water. It's what I love. There's just something about it that draws me to her. And like I said, I have a real hard time. I just lose all my passion when I'm at home. There's nothing that I like doing on land.
Give us just a sneak preview, Captain Hansen, of what can we expect now this season, these episodes in the Deadliest Catch.
Well, I mean, I say it pretty much every year, expect the unexpected. And I say that more to myself than anything. And this year we do go through El Nino, right? The whole world's going through it. I mean, and so it did affect the weather. And so we've got bigger weather, bigger winds for sure. All that's caught on camera. But needless to say, we also fish differently. So we've got a Derby style fishery. Looking back, the last October when we were fishing, it was put up or shut up, and so the gloves were off, and it was interesting because it kind of brought me back 20 years ago, like we used to do it, and that's what happened. It's like things circle around, and that's what happened. So yeah, it was pretty aggressive.
Speaking of 20 years ago, Captain Jake, let me ask you this. How much new technology are you using on the boat when you go out?
Oh, it's amazing how different things are. Like if you go to Sig's boat, Sig still operates the way he did 20 years ago. He still has the same equipment roughly, which works for him. But I'm younger, so I start getting. I mean, I'm not saying that that's bad. It works. It's not that his equipment doesn't work. It works phenomenally. It's just that I've got all these like gadgets that I have now, right? Like he came over and he's looking at it. He's like, "You're sitting up here and you're playing on your new Nintendo system." He's like, "You're not even fishing anymore. You're just playing with all these gadgets." So it's changed significantly. So if you go to the two wheelhouses, you see the simple version, which he's fishing, and then you have mine, which you have like monitors everywhere, and you have all this like stuff that you don't necessarily need, but it looks really, really cool.
Captain Sig, let's talk about that a little bit. You go ahead, charm in for me.
You don't need a computer to tell you where to go. It should be in your damn head. That's where the computer is. You don't need to push a button. You got two hands. Use them. That's just the way I feel. I got stuff on that boat that's been there since 1987, and it works just fine. Maybe I'm old school, Yeah, well, I'm not going to get into it with you right now, Jake, because this, we don't got time for that. He's got a show to do. Anyway, there's young, there's old, and then there's, trying to get smart, and then just being damn smart. And there's nothing you can do about it.
All right, in a couple of weeks, we're going to see Captain Sig and Captain Jake in the ring at the WMAA. Guys, I've really had some fun talking to you today. Discoveries, Deadliest Catch. Hey, it's the 20th season. If I'm not wrong, I think it's the 20th season of this. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend and talking old school with Captain Sig and talking new school with Captain Jake. Guys, thank you again.